Come on. All right. They must get a lot of French tourists too, I think, because almost everything is in English and French. I bet they have the same sort of like conflicted relationship with their colonial past that America and Britain do. You often hear British people defend it, and then they get drunk and talk about how horrible they were. One of my friends that like he had, it wasn't really earlier in the day, but when he got drunk and was telling me about it, it felt like he had been saying earlier in the day, he's like, well, the um the Indians wouldn't have had a train system if it weren't for British. I was like, okay. And then later he was like, do you know we fought a war to keep China addicted to opium? And I'm like, yeah, I do know that, but I'm glad to hear you recognize that. Like he was like, we're awful, we're awful.
Yep.
Like, that's funny. But yeah, you do see the French, the sign right here. I didn't have to wait. It's in Vietnam from left to right. It's Vietnamese, French, and then English.
Wow.
This is the ritual pole of the ko. Ko. I'm going to say ko. Ko. I'm not sure how they say it, but it doesn't have an accent mark. Co. That's pretty cool. That's big.
Does it say anything else about it, or is it just the ritual pole?
It does. I can read it as long as these people move. I did walk away though, so they waited on me politely, and then I walked away, and I'm like, "No, I'm not done. Get out of the way."
You just want me to choke.
Oh,
I'm not done. Get out of the way.
But while we're waiting on it, here's the bottom of the pole. Okay, that starts it. Mm-hmm. It goes up to the second floor, and then if you can tell, the top there is not. It attaches. It's like in a two-part, so they can just ship it. Is what that's for. No, I'm joking. That's not true. And then it starts again here, and so this would be one pole, and they've just like split it in two so they can fit it inside the building. So it'll be interesting to hear exactly what they do with this. I would say I would love to have a tour guide for stuff like this, but only if they'll get on the stream with us. Because like the food tour, we needed her either way. But I did think the whole time like this would be a lot better if she was like using her phone. She doesn't even have to have a gimbal, like I'm doing. She can just use her phone like she's talking on a video call. That would be really good. Okay, let's come back to the ritual pole. Actually, let's see these little tiny boats. There's nothing like tiny boats. I feel like I'm gonna fall every time I see stairs now. I've been traumatized by my fall yesterday.
Or just cautious now.
I mean, I get that way as I get older anyway. I'm like, ooh, if I fall,
right?
I'm going to break something. I'm going to break a hip.
Yep, break a hip. I was going to say it gets to the point where you break a hip. And if you get old enough, usually the fall precedes like some type of massive event like a stroke or a heart attack, like a few months or a year later. Yeah, you don't want to be messing with that.
Yeah.
Oh, look at those.
I don't know what they're for. I don't see a posting yet. I do too. I'm going to get in there and play with them. Zoom, zoom. I don't see anything written for these guys. These little ones. Wow. It's a very active museum right now. Oh, okay, so that's free. Let's go back and read because this is a good first exhibit. It's a good first impression. I mean, it's an interesting museum, but then well, it gets better. The ritual pole is at the center of the Thanksgiving festival. It is a pole for the ritual buffalo to be tied to, and a universal tree that connects the spirit world with human beings during the festival. Call people consider the ritual pole one of the solemn things. It is produced by the villagers and composed of three parts. The top of the lower part and the bottom of the top part are able to be adjusted inside the middle part. Oh, there's a middle part too. The top pole causes the wooden drongo bird to turn in the wind, which makes the other two drongo birds under the pendant leaf sway. The Carl used the bamboo strips to weave a pendant leaf and to create two large flowers for the bamboo pole, and threads of tree bark to create patterns along the top of the bamboo pole. Most of the ornamental focus is on the lower part, which holds a spiritual tray with many designs.
Dang.
I got some stuff going on.
For that celebration, for one of their events, I'd like to be the person that just brings the paper plates. That sounds intricate.
I'll just bring the paper plates. I don't know how all this works. You handle the
I'll
pole.
bring some 2 liters of Coke.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be big K, but by the time I show up with it, nobody can complain.
Yay!
If they put together the poll and you're in charge of bringing the Coke, I feel like you got to get brand name Coke.
Right, you got to.
Because
I'll still try and find it by when it's free, though. Oh, what is that?
Okay, so these are the ethnic groups. You said 54?
Oh.
These are pictures of all of the ethnic groups of Vietnam. Pictures from, and there's the name of each group is with them. They're also grouped by family. So these nine ethnic groups are part of the Ngu He Hang Tang. Oh, that's just ethnic. Okay, so they're the Hang Tang people. These nine groups are all part of that family. Sino-Tibetan. Oh, okay. I can give it to you in English. The Sino-Tibetan group. So this is a Chinese-Tibetan ethnic group. Han is the dominant language of China. Han Chinese also live in Singapore and many other cities. Several groups reside in villages. These three are part of the Miao Yao, also called Hmong Mien. Ethno-linguistic family has about 10 million people living in Vietnam, China, Laos, Thailand, and Myanmar. The large group here, the blue tags, are the Austroasiatics. The language family is made up of approximately 50 ethnic groups, a population of 100 million people distributed throughout Asia. Some of these people came together to form nations such as Vietnam and Cambodia. Most Southeast Asian inhabitants descended from Austroasiatic speakers. Call one of them Kang, Ma, Mung, Viet. Okay, so it's important to remember, like, when we talk about ethnic groups in the United States and a lot of times in Europe in general, we don't include ourselves. We're not part of that. We don't. But in Vietnam, of course, Viet though they're the dominant group, they're just one of the ethnic groups. So the Viet people are part of one of the 54 native ethnic groups. The Thai Kadai. So the pink ones are Thai Kadai. 90 million people speak Thai Kadai languages in Southeast Asia. They originated from China. Long ago, they migrated southward and settled as far away as northeast India. Some created nations such as Laos and Thailand. That was the movement I was talking about the other day and in yesterday's game. In Vietnam, there are 8 ethnic groups speaking Thai language. Those are all present in Vietnam. And the last group, including the Cham, I don't know if we talked about the Cham, but I ran into those historic sites in southern Vietnam when I started, my multi-year trip of being untethered. Austronesians. Austronesian people live in Vietnam and Cambodia, although most of them reside in Indonesia, the Philippines, Singapore, Brunei, Madagascar, Melanesia, Micronesia, New Guinea, Polynesia, and Taiwan. There are 150 groups with a population of 250 million, including 9 million mainland. This is a different
Dang.
group. Dang.
Well, I mean, that's so. And you said there was Polynesian mixed in there.
Polynesian, Melanesian, Micronesian. Yep.
Wow.
So this would be Carlos's. I mean, these people aren't
Yeah.
his ancestors. I was going to say these are his
But
ancestors. They got in a time machine. No, these are cousins. Yeah, part of the family, part of the group. I mean, the groupings are each one of these pictures represents its own ethnic group, and the ethnic groups are then grouped into families.
right there,
Hmm?
the guy right there with the white hair. What does that one say?
The white hair, Raglai. Raglai. So the Cham on the left in the shot right now, they're the group that were in control of southern Vietnam up till just a few hundred years ago. About 100 years before the French arrived, I believe. So here we have the groups. I hope the colors remain the same because let's not confuse us. But this is the same thing, but it's just mapped out. So most like if you wow. So the Thai group is the yellow up there in the corner, and you can see how they still exist in
Hmm.
southwestern China, but also how they're strung across Myanmar and up into South Asia. You can also see why Malaysia is such a melange of different groups. At the tip, they got a little bit of everybody.
Hmm.
I'm interested in noticing this. The Chinese, the Han Chinese group, which is of course dominant in China, it also dominates Myanmar. So they're largely ethnically Chinese. That's interesting.
Oh, yeah.
You can also see how there's not a clear division, but the area known as uh, French Indochina is dominated by a different ethnic group than those surrounding it. So it's the green here. And the big difference, let me turn the camera. The big difference is up here in the north. That is a mixing of ethnic groups. Like, you got green, you have the green representing the Austroasiatic group. The Thai group is in the yellow. And the red, what is the red? That's the Miao Yao, which are often just referred to as the native.
And what's the green?
The green is the Austroasiatic. I mean, that's like I hate to say standard Vietnamese, but that's the Viet group.
Okay.
Viet culture of Viet. Yeah. So there's a difference between the Austronesians and the Austroasiatics. I don't know if that's a mix or what. They list them as two separate groups. So the green, which is Vietnam, Cambodia, and part of Laos, um, those are the Austroasiatics. And the Austronesian group are the people that I mean, if you go south enough, you can see Philippines, Indonesia, and most of Malaysia is part of this group, Austronesians. Hmm. And this is a popular map, but you can also see how the northern part here is such a mix of different groups, different colors in the map. So very
Oh
ethnically
yeah.
diverse. You don't think of that. I know I don't think of that, or didn't before I came to this museum the first time. I thought of Vietnam as being very ethnically monolithic, kind of like we think of China as being. But when we get to China, you'll find out it's not true there either. But I think we're taught that because this is one of the things in the United States. It's like our claim to fame is, oh, we're so diverse.
Ha.
Um, but that's what we're told. But then you go out into the world and find out, no, actually, everyone is. That's just history. History is people moving around and shifting to different places, and there's no place that's. I suspect we would find the same thing if we went to Japan, which is always supposed to be the example of a monolithic culture. But I bet you it's not. It just never
Well,
is.
they like to say that you're a melting pot, except for they're always trying to throw out the ingredients here.
Well, yeah. I mean, we had a whole episode where we talked about that in Malaysia. That melting pot isn't actually necessarily a good thing. It's the melting is what they're looking for. Melting pot is the idea that everything should. Um, you can bring people from different places, but they all need to conform to one. Melt into one culture.
Hmm.
And no, that turns out to be. I don't think it turns out to be very successful for one thing. Like it just doesn't actually happen.
Mm-mm.
And also, it's really boring. These are traditional paper crafts. I'm inching over towards the explanation. That was my time buyer while I inch over.
Was
Betel.
that a whole like?
Oh,
What is that over there? Was that like a whole suit? What is that?
this here. Yeah, that's just clothing. Let's see.
Oh, that's not. Is that clothing like paper?
Oh, actually, this is what I was just about to read. No, it's not paper.
Okay, you
This
said
is a
paper crafts. I was like, good God, that's intricate. What the?
Sorry. Let me inch over. These are paper crafts. The dragon
Okay.
head and that little paper emperor there and the masks. That's paper craft. So now over here, he just happens to be in the same display case. This is betel nut. Do you know about betel nut?
No.
Well, this is something it will be an interesting thing because as we travel around, I see everywhere. The farther south you go, the more signs you see that say no betel nut, no betel nut. The practice of chewing betel nut and blackening teeth has a long tradition. Each betel nut quid consists of a fresh betel leaf with lime spread on it, a piece of areca nut, and sometimes included with a wad of tobacco. Oh, they put tobacco in it. I didn't know that. In some cases, it is prepared more sophisticatedly into the phoenix shape. A betel nut consists of a little sharp knife to cut the areca nut, a betel set, a slaked lime pot, a bronze box to contain betel ingredients, and a spittoon. Elder people often use a small mortar. Go a little lower. Every rite and ritual, in every rite and ritual, there should be betel and areca nut. Ancient Viet people used to say, a quid of betel starts the conversation, so they often invited their guests to chew betel before starting a conversation. Even the rite of marriage proposal is called a betel rite. Nowadays, although fewer people chew quid of betel, it is still an indispensable item in many rituals. Now, that did not explain what betel nut is. It gets you high.
Oh well, that'll really get the talking going if you get high from it.
It is quite a lot like every time you chew it. It's quite a lot like the first time you smoke cigarette or have nicotine. It's not as long lasting. It passes, and you chew the nut and you spit the saliva, it causes you to overgenerate saliva, and so you end up spitting a lot. So you either have to swallow the stuff, which you do if you don't know you're not supposed to do that, or you spit it. And so that's this betel nut spitting is why you see signs everywhere that says no betel nut.
Oh,
But
I
it
remember
usually
you
says no
talking
betel.
about that. Was that there? I thought there was somewhere else where it was, where they said that. Oh, so
I
Vietnam,
my
I guess.
understanding, it is popular on this side of the planet, South Asia, Southeast, East Asia. Um, Probably not Australia, but all over the place. Yeah, it's very popular. I mean, they say it's addictive, but I don't think it is. I mean, it's not. It's nothing like nicotine, but it becomes habit for me, if not addictive.
I wonder, let me see what the, it says betel nut is a stimulant drug.
There you go,
I mean, this is
stimulant drug. Yeah,
Alcohol Foundation, so I want to see what drug it is.
I
Oh,
think that is the drug.
cocaine, Schedule 4 poison medicine, therefore illegal to possess. I mean, this is for here. No, this is for Australia. And therefore illegal to possess or sell without proper security. Wow. I don't think it's controlled substance here in the through the FDA. Let me see.
It may not
Substance,
be.
which can lead to dependency withdrawal symptoms. The project.com from the FDA thing. Huh.
Project what from the FDA?
Oh, Project No, like in the know, so you know it. But
Oh,
like it's just it's for you to know about certain drugs. I know a few about this arcane and see what it does. Let's see. It is a um, nicotinic, so it is very much like nicotine, but
mhm.
acid-based mild parasympto. Okay, it's parasympathomimetic. So it's a stimulant, and it makes you feel relaxed at the same time. I think it gets you crunk, but you feel euphoric and relaxed. That's
Yeah.
nice. That sounds.
Sounds what?
It sounds nice. Sounds great.
Uh, it's
Oh,
not that
yep.
great.
Bring a sense of enhanced alertness and energy along with mild feelings of euphoria and relaxation. Yep. Nice. Sounds good to me.
Yeah, it's
Bit more,
okay.
it
I mean,
messes up your
if
teeth.
it messes up your teeth, and also it can make you feel. I mean, if you go out drinking in China, people always wanted to chew betel nut when you went drinking, and I'm like, is it? It makes you feel flush. It does. The relax is true, but at the same time, your heart rate goes up, and you feel, flush. And then you're like, well, isn't the alcohol going to take care of the relaxing? It feels like we're just beating a dead horse here. So, I mean, I wasn't a huge fan of it, but I chewed it a lot.
I mean, I like stimulants, so.
Well, you might like it then, yeah. It is that.
But I mean, I wouldn't chew it. I mean, I might as well just stick with the regular old stimulants and whatnot.
I would rather just chew that than smoke a cigarette,
Oh, yeah.
for sure. It doesn't have the negative effects of smoking a cigarette, or not all of them anyway. Okay, let's see. Did you see the water puppets?
Oh. Oh.
Ritual dolls for hot boy singers.
Hey, I was going to say it looked like a choir.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. I don't want to. I mean, we're definitely not pressed for time anymore, but keeping a eye on it. I don't think we're going to get the sun down at our spot. Let me check though. Let's see. I froze the screen for a second. Sorry. I'm very bad in the school. I was very bad at that. Interesting. Oh, sickle. Yeah, it's a tiny sickle.
Oh, it's like a little baby sickle, little baby.
Which sounds like a popsicle made from babies.
Baby sickle. Oh god.
But oh God, I can't have another one of those. My waistline. Household basket for valuable objects. If it seems like I'm kind of rushing, I am. I want to, let you see all this cool stuff, but there's another part to this museum, and I want to spend as much time there as we can.
Okay.
But feel free to holler if you want me to stop and examine something. Ooh, it's a sword.
Is that all the stuff the person would wear while wielding the sword?
Um,
Yeah.
I mean, I assume he'd wear clothes as well. That it was just a hat or something.
Be naked and just have a little headdress and some gold stuff on him.
It's naked hat swording.
Uh-oh. You were out for just a little second there.
I noticed that. I
Oh, well,
don't know what happened.
it just did bloop.
How about
Oh, look
now?
at that. Oh,
Yeah,
no, I
that's
see
it.
everything now.
I see everything.
Mm.
Yeah, I'll be doing something later. Funerals of the Ming. Wings. That's what that was.
Oh, damn, that was like a coffin over there with the cloth on it.
That's right. You got it. I can see it. I can see it now. This is the hearth. That's good. The hearth, the center of women's activities, is usually situated in the interior part of the house. In winter, some families have an outer fireplace for guests and an inner one for the family.
Oh.
There's the gong set. We thought was landmines yesterday.
Oh,
Cool, cool.
look at that loom.
Yeah, weaving. It's pretty complex. Traditionally, Hmong plant cotton, raise silkworms, and weave the loom using a pedal system to move the numerous warp and supplemental weft threads. The techniques and decorative motifs transmitted by mothers to their daughters vary on individuals and communities. The Hmong weave textiles for clothing and brocades for blankets, mattress covers, and decorative waistbands for skirts.
Wow.
Hunting and fishing. Formerly, the hunting not only provided food, it was also a way of protecting the harvest. Most men knew how to hunt, every family having their crossbow and some rifles. Animals were hunted with crossbow bamboo arrows. Poison arrowheads were used only for more important hunting games. The most widely used firearms were the traditional rifle and the flintlock rifle. When group hunting parties were organized, the sound of gongs served to drive out the animals and to guide the hunting dogs. The Hmong have also developed a great number of traps and snares to capture big animals, civet cats, foxes, rats, and squirrels. They also use live birds as bait, like chickens, which are used to lure wild cocks into the traps. Huh? Okay. I feel like we've we've come for full circle. I don't know if there's anything upstairs. Do you want to try the upstairs first before we move out? Move on.
Might as well see what's going on.
Well, let's see what they're doing. Well, let's also see my thing downloaded. I need to share it. Let's see. Uh, brand. Yes, we want it on the brand. Video clips. I'm going to add a video. I think I have to upload it. So, can you see the stairs?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm on StreamYard, but I'm trying to upload that bathroom break video, and it won't load up the image, so I don't know if I'm uploading that.
I see something over there. There's some people sitting on the floor over there.
Yeah, you can see what I'm showing, which is good because I'm in StreamYard, so it's still showing you. But I'm trying to find my stupid. I'm trying to add something from my um, device, and it won't show my options. Anyway, since you can see it, I won't worry about it. I'll wait for it to load, and I'll just keep pointing at things. Oh, I've never been to the second floor. This is crazy. This is cool. Oh, I can't. I thought I could read it by lifting my glasses, and then I realized it's on the floor. It's not right in front of my face. Lao is a religious ceremony held by a medium called Then. It happens Lao and Then. It is celebrated to pay homage to the Emperor of Jade, or to mark the Then's promotion to a higher ceremonial rank. Okay. All right.
All the pretty colors.
Yeah, always very bright colors.
Ooh, more miniature things, little things.
This is
This reminds me of the stuff that we saw in Saipan.
oh yeah, it is. Well, I brought that up there. I was like, this reminds me of the houses there, and they were like, okay, what else? We don't know nothing about that. White Tie House. Tay. Oh, that's Tie House, and this is the Tay House. Tay and Tie. I like the fake house I got in here. It's cute.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a whole thing. Stilt House of the Black Tie. Stilt House of the Black Tie can be recognized by its distinctive turtle shell-shaped roof, recounting the myths of the turtle that taught people how to build houses. The Thai consider the turtle as their benefactor. They also have the custom of worshipping a turtle shell hung at the top of the sacred column inside the house. Tay brocade art. Brocade, it's Ate Tamil traditional family handicraft still practiced in certain areas of Cao Bang, Thuyen Quang, and Bachan provinces. The primary materials are cotton and silk threads dyed in different colors.
pretty.
nice looms. I feel like this would be an outdoor thing, don't you think? Well, maybe not.
Was that more loom?
Yeah, it was. Is that more loom? Yes, that's another loom.
Loom.
I'm looming. I like how the stuff is stored hanging above the room.
Hmm. Wait, what were the? Was that supposed to be like a little kid sitting over there?
Yeah, it's two little kids sitting there with their mom, keeping warm around the fire.
Mm.
Hey, those shoes are the thing they use to advertise the museum. They're like Museum of Ethnology, and then you see a pair of sandals.
Mm.
I recognize those from the advertisement. Right.
What were those things? The wooden things over there?
Oh, the wooden things on the wall. Let me walk to
Yeah,
the other end. I'll tell you.
that's pretty right there.
That's
Like a
crazy.
weeping willow tree.
Yeah, yeah. Big, big design. Okay, these things are windows. The black tie stilt house.
Oh crap, those are nice.
Yeah, look like they go on a bed. And each room in Black Tie House has a window called Hu Tang at the facade. In the past, windows of poor families were made of bamboo, while those of nobles were made of wood. The upper part of each window included long vertical bars, while the lower part consisted of short horizontal bars. The horizontal bars were decorated with different motifs, such as buffalo horn, naga head, calabash, cocoon, and some petals. I guess that's in the design. Cow cut of the black tie house. The cow cut on tie house gables consist of two pieces of bamboo or wood tied crosswise. They are not merely decoration, but also serve to prevent the roof from damage by the wind and signal the social status of the homeowner. I feel like we're getting a high glare area. You know how much of this
I,
is coming through?
oh no, I can see it.
Okay, okay. That's cool. Lots of weaving, lots of looms. Oh, it's an outdoor area.
Oh.
It's fancy building there. For some reason, I thought I was going to step out here and it was the middle of it was like the big atrium area, but I guess not. I guess not. We may run over on time on this one, Erica. We just have to see that next part. I know it's not. It may not take as long as I think it is, but and also like I'm building it up so much, like now I have to show it. But there's a lot more to the inside of the museum than I thought there was. I was kind of taking my time downstairs because I didn't realize how much was up here. They're weaving, a lot of weaving stuff. Of course, that I guess that is the first big industrial thing you do because people kind of take care of food themselves, but you really need equipment to do the weaving. So the first thing, even like in the pre-industrial stuff or the pre-industrial era, if you're making something, you want to make clothes for people to wear. It's also a way to transmit culture.
Right.
Every one of these ethnic groups has their own special, designs and patterns and types of clothes that they make. And it's more than just clothes, I guess. Just to correct me, that this is the part where there's banners and things hanging on the wall. Okay, yeah, they also do that.
Mm-hmm. Was that what was that over there? Was that like teaching or like?
Looks that way. Let's see. There's a menorah for the Jewish community here. And initiation of the Red Yao from Yanbai province. Initiation is obligatory for men at their coming of age. The ritual certificate is also a passport for the soul to journey back to the ancestral land. Initiations also mark the attainment of the rank of ritual master, one of the most respected careers in traditional society. So he's getting his certificate there. That's kind of interesting. Okay. Wooden utensils. Woodwork is done by the Hmong men. Eating trays, spoons, tubs, dippers, pot lids, rice and corn steamers, buckets, horse saddles, rifle stocks, and mouth organs are all objects produced by the highly skilled and reputed Hmong artisans.
Dang. I look at the stuff and I'm thinking about how long it takes to do every single thing in life back in the day.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they didn't have to. They didn't have a 9 to 5 they were working though. Not that that made it easier, but you could
Right.
you could focus on the important things in life, like making clothes. Oh, okay. This is a good side exit. Okay, because we're gonna take that in a minute. Because I'm just looking at the time. We could just like take lots of time here because my original plan was to catch the next site at sunset. And since we had to cut a couple of things out, we now have plenty of time if we want to get that. We could also just get there before sunset. That's also an option. I guess what I'm saying is it doesn't matter at this point.
Yes.
Because it's only 3 o'clock, so we got several hours before sunset. So it's not really, probably just not on the menu anymore. Nice baskets. Oh, miniature houses. There we go. You like them miniature houses?
Yes. Oh, that's what neat.
Yeah. Communal. That's a communal house. Mason, Guy Lai, I guess. It doesn't say what group. Yeah, same sort of thing, but probably a different ethnic group, or maybe just a different design. This is just a regular house.
That's the Caesar cut house.
These are kind of standard. Mm.
If you hear my cat hollering, ignore him. He's really cute.
It was a cute holler.
Was that a video playing on the wall back there?
It was. There was a TV screen.
Okay. I was like, what's going on? I didn't hallucinate that, did I?
Is it getting that time of night where you're beginning to hallucinate things? Oh, pipes this month.
Yeah, it's almost 3 a.m.
Oh, okay. I mean, if you want to go, I can play music for the rest of it.
Oh no, I'm up.
That's
I don't know how long I'm up, but I'm up. I want to see this. I want to see what you got in store for me at the end of this.
I know I've been building it up, but it's like I said, I almost didn't come up to the second floor. I think I did that before. I was like, well, I'll just move on. They can't have much on the second floor. I think most of the museum is up here. I think there's more stuff up here than there is downstairs. Although some of it you're not getting because of the glare. I know.
Oh, no, I can see them.
Okay.
I mean, I can tell there's a glare, but I can still see
Mhm.
everything in the cases and everything.
Okay. Good. I hate that you guys are not seeing it as clear, but it'll give you a good reason to watch the edited versions later. And maybe that's a good reason to edit longer videos, because anybody that wants to watch it can go back and go, oh yeah, that was cool. I want to see the full version of that, the clearer version later. Because I know it's not as clear when I go back and watch it. It's not as clear as I'm always hoping it will be on the once you're watching it on the live stream, but I really like that StreamYard does the thing where you can upload um, your video after it's finished, so that you get the clear video for the edited version. Every time we go around the corner, I think, well, we made a loop, so this is the end of the exhibit, and it's always not. They're like, nope, here's some more stuff. That's cool stuff too. But we may increase our speed here. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that looks cool.
Yeah. It does have a. Sorry. I was gonna say it doesn't have a description. The mythical bird Garuda.
Garuda?
Yeah. I feel like
How
that's
is it spelled?
Garuda.
Why? We talked about this before, I think, and I
I
remember.
feel like we saw Garuda in Cambodia.
Ja,